Rick, you are a trade association representing apparel makers and shoemakers. How important is the U.S.-China trade negotiation for that industry?
Oh, it's everything to us. You know, I love your countdown clock. We are 90 hours away from hitting an iceberg, and it's not a pretty iceberg. We as a group are particularly concerned, because we don't have profit margins to sustain a 15% tariff. And it's not just the December 15 tariffs that we're concerned about. It's the September 1 tariffs that we were hit with. 92% of all apparel was hit on September 1. 53% of all footwear coming from China was hit on September 1. You know, in terms of retail this holiday season has been great, but you have to ask yourself, are we going to make any money? If we're lucky, we make 5%. You're going to take 15% out of our operating accounts. That's not going to bode very well. And we're really, really worried, and we're not 100% convinced that, the countdown clock's going to work in our favor.
Well, Rick, let me just ask you this. There have been the folks out there, maybe some economists, maybe some kind of analysts out there, who say that the U.S. consumer is healthy, that the U.S. consumer would be able to absorb possible price hikes given a situation if it were to lead to a better trade situation with China down the line. So how exactly does the industry fare on that front? Do you think that we can, as an industry overall, pass on some of these price hikes to our consumers, and will those consumers be strong enough to pick up the slack?
Well, I give the American consumer a lot of credit. 58% of America went shopping over the last 5 days. It's 190 million people hit the stores. 2 million more people are in the workforce. People are shopping, they're spending money, but it's competitive out there. And to be perfectly honest, we front-loaded a lot of goods for holiday to avoid the tariffs. And we went back to Asia and we talked to everyone and said, hey, get us through the holiday season. So we'll survive holiday, but the big question is not about holiday, not about this Christmas. It's about next spring, next fall. Will we have the margins to sustain without passing it on to the customer? And if we pass it on to the customer, there's an old adage out there, as prices go up, sales go down. When sales go down, jobs get lost. So we're worried. We're concerned. We'd like to see these tariffs go away. We're really supportive of trying to improve the trading relationship with China. But can we do it? Can it be done? And we're looking at a clock right now. Who needs this? 90 hours until we get hit with more tariffs? This will not be good for our industry. We need these tariffs to go away, and we need a resolution of this conflict. It's good for the economy if the tariffs go away.
Rick, okay, let's say that there's no clock. You know where there is no clock? Other countries in Asia that are not China. We've talked about this idea that maybe supply chains are going to move away from China towards places like Vietnam, to Thailand, to Cambodia, other places within the Asia region that are not China. How much is your industry, apparel and footwear, looking at making those long-term changes to the supply chain because of the relationship between the U.S. and China?
Our industry is highly reliant on China. We've been trying to move away for the last 10 years. And China just seems to be a really good partner, particularly for our new customer who's a millennial and is very conscious about things like sustainability, the environment, product quality, product safety. China does it all. So the logical option is, okay, everyone says go to Vietnam. Well, Vietnam has a 14% market share. They're already running double shifts. They are full up. Where else are we going to go? Indonesia, Bangladesh, India? China's our prime place. 41% of all apparel, 69% of all footwear comes from China. And to be candid, we don't have a lot of choices where to go. Okay, if the president really wants us out of China, 3 to 5 years to get out.
Gotcha.
And even then, we can't guarantee what the results will be.